So then we meet at the front of the mat with the toes together and the heels a little bit apart. Bringing the hands in Namaste in front of the heart. And drawing a breath in. Mani Bratpana Sahasravigrita Vishvam Paramandalaya Nandaya Nagarajaya Namaha Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasidharinam Sahasrashirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. And with a little whisper in your breath, inhale, you pray your hands to the center of your forehead, to your third eye. And exhale, release the hands down alongside your body. Then inhale, raise the arms up and reach to the sky, touch the fingers, gaze up. And exhale, we dive forward, long between the fingertips and the tailbone, and then come all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping back into a high plank and lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, press back up into up dog. And exhale back to down dog. And then we take 4 breaths. Arriving in your breath and arriving in your body. One more. And with empty lungs, stepping the feet forward with the toes back together and the heels apart, inhaling halfway. Gaze over the horizon. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach the arms back up. Exhale, circle down. Back to the starting position. And again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach forward. And all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway and gaze. Exhale, step back. And keep lowering down to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, broaden the heart. Reach back through the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. And beginning to create a little undulating pattern in your breath, in your spine, where every inhale reaches your heart a little bit away from the floor. And every exhale you lower down through the heart, between the shoulders. And keep that pattern going, gentle undulations. Even including your lower back and your legs in it. Very subtle. One more. Exhale all the way to empty. And coming back forward. Inhale, lift up halfway and gaze. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, circle down. One more time, Surya Namaskar A. Inhaling, reach. Exhaling, diving long, nice and slow until halfway. And then coming all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, stepping back. Lowering down. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Continuing with that undulating pattern. So that you keep moving with the breath, even in static poses. One more. Exhale all the way to empty. And then stepping forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, circle down. And take an extra breath here. And then exhale, bend the knees, squat down, touch the ground. Inhale, lift up chair. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, stepping back through high plank and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing, and step the right foot forward, lower the back heel down for warrior one. Circle up, reach to the sky, touch, and exhale, coming back down. Same way you entered, and lower to chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale back, stepping the left foot forward, right heel down. Second side, circling up, reach. Exhaling down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. One more. Exhale to empty. And then stepping forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Squat down deeply. Inhale to chair. Standing up, circling down, exhale. Touch the ground again. And again, inhale into chair. Rolling up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, stepping back, lower down. Inhale, roll up into upward facing. And exhale, back through downward facing. And step the right foot forward, lower the back foot down. Circle up, touch. And circle back down. Inhale. And exhale. Second side, left foot forward, right heel down. Nice big step. And down. Chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. And if you want to further strengthen that sense of undulation and fluidity, you can add a gentle visualization that you breathe the energy in through the soles of the feet all the way into your heart. As the ribcage expands, and then you exhale it out through the crown and hands. One more. When you're ready, coming forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair. Stand up, circle back down. Touch. Inhale, chair. One more time, Surya Namaskar B. Inhale halfway. Exhale, stepping back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, right steps forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing, left foot steps forward, right heel down. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. One more time. Continuously breathing the energy up through the feet into the heart. Exhaling it out through the crown and hands with light fluid movements. Stimulating an upward rising current. One more, full in and exhale. And when you're ready, stepping forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Squat down, inhale, chair. Stand up, circle down, and again touch the ground, but this time, as you touch, simply straighten the legs and come into a forward fold. And you can do multiple things here. You can grab opposite elbows and hang. You can grab the back of the heels. You can grab the big toes as you wish. Crown nice and heavy. One more. Then inhale, lift up halfway. Gaze over the horizon. Exhale, stepping back. Do Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, through downward facing. Step the right foot forward, not too far. Lower the back heel down. We take Trikonasana. Lift the left arm up. Firmly standing both through the back foot as well as all corners of the front foot. You can have your hand on the shin or fingertips touching the ground. Second variation, inhale here one more time. Exhale, circle your arm back, down, forward, and then balance on your right leg. And complete the circle with your arm to find yourself in Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Really straighten out your left leg, flex the ankle. Find your balance. Then slowly lower down, stepping back with control, forward over the line of the right leg. And then inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, through downward facing, stepping the left foot forward. Right heel down, Trikonasana, second side. Reach your right arm to the sky. Take one more breath in here. Then circle the top arm back, down, forward, and up. Straighten your back leg. Flex the ankle. Nice and high. Gazing down to the ground or even to the sky. And then exhale, step back with control, forward over the line of the left leg. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, through downward facing, step the right foot forward. Again, not too far. Lower the back heel down. Maybe twist that right foot slightly in. Reach forward through your left arm. Exhale it down. Reverse Trikonasana. So if you cannot reach for the outside of your foot, you can place it more to the left or use a block. Pull your tailbone down, away from your crown. Pull your pubic bone up to your heart. It will give you more space. And then, again, reaching that arm back down, forward and up. For reversed half moon, reaching the left leg back, pointed toes away from you this time. One more. Exhale, forward over the line of the right leg. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, through downward facing. Step the Left foot forward, again, not too far for the Trikonasanas. Angle the front foot slightly in. Reach forward through your right hand and down, and then twist to your left. Inhale here again. Exhale, circle the arm back and down, forward and up. Reversed half moon. Point the toes away from you. Reach that leg nice and high. Inhale again. And then slowly step back, fold over the left leg. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Step the left foot forward. And reach the right leg straight back. Flex the ankle, keep the fingers on the ground. Digasana A. Keep the hips somewhat squared to the earth so that the right hip doesn't lift too far up. Then slowly rise to standing without touching the ground with your right foot. And then reach the right foot in front of you with the leg straight. Or if you want to keep it a little bit easier, you can bend the knee as well. And breathe. Holding your hands as if there's a ball in between them. Thumbs pointing back. Nice and strong for one more breath. Then bend the front knee. Hold it on the outside of your left hand. Reach the right hand back. Gaze softly to the side, down. And stay here in this twist. Nice and long between the heel and the crown. One more. And coming back to center. And then we reach for full warrior Digasana D. Reaching the arms away from you, palms facing down. Reaching the toe back. Spiraling that leg inward. One more. Then on your next exhale, slowly step back, fold. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Step the right foot forward. Straighten the left leg behind you. With the ankle flexed so the toes are pointing to the ground. Keep the belly soft. Keep the left leg straight.
Then slowly reach up to standing. Left leg forward and straight, or the knee bend. 4 breaths, nice and strong. Keep the toes pointing to the sky. One more. Then bend the knee. Hold the knee on the outside again. Keep the foot, the ankle flexed, and breathe. Tailbone heavy as you twist. Then inhale, look back forward, reach back through the left toes, pointing the toes all the way back, and breathe. One more. And slowly step back, fold. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale through downward facing, stepping the right foot forward, left heel down, and inhale, reach up, warrior 1. And this time your stance can be a little bit longer again than the Trikonasanas, and then dropping nice and strong into the front knee. Inhale, straighten, interlace your fingers, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Maybe widen your stance a little bit. And breathe. Then inhale, straighten both legs, arms parallel to the earth. And exhale, sink down again, nice and deep into the front knee. Gaze over the right fingers. Reach the hands far away from each other. Drop your tail. One more. And inhale, straighten. Reverse. Slide the hand back. Reach the right arm over. And sink back down. And instead of gazing up, gazing to your side. And inhale, straighten again. Fold, exhale. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. And step the left foot forward. Nice big step, right heel down, and inhale, warrior one. Wrap your shoulders forward and around your rib cage. One more. Then inhale, straighten, interlace your fingers. Heel toe the back foot a little bit more back, heart to the sky. Exhale, humble warrior. Reaching your crown forward and down. And inhale again, straighten both legs again. Arms parallel to the earth and sink back down nice and deep. And inhale, straighten, reverse. Slide down, reach the arm over, spiral that arm inward, and exhale back down and gazing to your side. Finding a long line between your left leg, abdomen, all the way into your wrist. Keep bending the front knee. If it collapses inward, pull it out to the left. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Then step both feet forward. We'll be finishing up the standing sequence here. Inhale into chair. Again, wrap your shoulders around, forward, so that between the shoulder blades at the back, it spreads. Inhale here again. Exhale, twist to your left, hook the elbow to the outside. Come nice and low. Stand firmly on the left foot. And breathe. Exhale, touch the ground. Inhale, lift up to the center, to the sky. Exhale, hook to the right. Breathe. Stand firmly on the right foot. And when you're ready, on an exhale, touch the earth in the center. Drop the chin. Inhale, lift up into chair one more time for 4 breaths. 2. Nice and strong. 3. 4. And then exhale, coming forward and down. If you want to practice a handstand, you can do that now. We meet in down dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Let's take an extra breath. Deep inhale. And then exhale, come through into a seat. Place your hands behind you. And inhale, Purvottanasana. Reach the toes forward, broaden the heart. 3 more breaths. 2. 1, lift. And slowly lower down. So we'll take now many seated poses. You have the option to skip the vinyasas, but I will keep teaching it with the vinyasas. So if you want to come along, then come back to a high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And again, coming through with your left leg straight. And the right sole of the foot to the inside of that leg. And then reach your left fingertips down and allow your weight to be on your right leg here. Maybe even your left leg lifts up a centimeter off the ground. Reach your right arm to the sky and breathe. And slowly coming down, you can either switch sides or take a vinyasa first. With your right leg straight, left foot on the inside, keep the toes pointing to the sky. Crawl the fingertips to the inside of the leg, reach the left arm up. One more. Exhale, coming down. And again, optional vinyasa. And we meet with the left leg straight. And this time, bring your right foot again as we had it before, but sit yourself on top of the heel. So now your heel is pressing into your perineum. And then again, left hand down, right arm to the sky, and breathe. One more. Exhale, lower down. Either take a vinyasa or already switch sides. Right leg forward. Left foot in the starting position, and sit yourself on top of that heel. Crawl your right hands forward and reach to the sky. One more. And slowly coming down. Let's take a vinyasa all together. Any way you get there. And we meet again, sitting with the legs forward. But this time, we widen the legs about 90 degrees. Crawl yourself a little bit forward with your heels to bring your pubic bone more down and your tailbone more up. And then reach your left hand to the inside of the leg. Keep the toes pointing to the sky. Right arm to the sky. And breathe. One more. Switching sides. And then place both your hands behind you to push yourself nice and tall. Get the kind of sense of the rib cage and the heart floating above the pelvis. Tuck your chin a little bit down and breathe. Feeling your upper body expand and release. And when you're ready, we come into a wide-legged forward fold. If you're flexible, you can just keep reaching. Otherwise, maybe you need to bend the knees a little bit to be able to hold your feet, either on the inside or on the outside, or the big toes. And then think again of that undulating pattern. Inhales, you reach a little bit forward. Exhales, you coming more down. Inhale, reach the crown forward. Exhales, lower you down. Let's take 3 more breaths like that. Then your next inhale slowly brings you back up. And then let's take a vinyasa. And again, we meet in a seat. Both legs straight forward. Left leg straight. Right foot over. Place your right foot a little bit forward of the knee. And place your right fingertips down behind you. So you can press and lift. Hook the elbow. And stay here in this twist. Gazing over your shoulder. And then for the second variation, you want to get the front knee to bend. And to get there, you can lean a little bit back to bend it. And then bring yourself back down. And then again, staying here. If your arm can easily reach, you can reach for the outside of your foot with your hand. Only if that's easily accessible. One more. Then looking back forward, you can easily come back into a high plank by reaching your leg all the way around. Inhale there, exhale chaturanga. Inhale upward facing, exhale downward facing. And again coming through for the other side. Right leg straight, left foot over, hook the elbow, place the fingertips down to become nice and tall, and breathe. Push your knee into your elbow. And if you feel strange sensations in the inside of your left groin, you can play around with pulling the left hip more forward or back. See how that works. When you're ready, we take the B variation. Lean a little bit back, bend the front knee, come back down. Then looking back forward. Vinyasa is easy from here to reach. With the leg around, chaturanga. Inhale upward facing, exhale downward facing. And then we again come through to lay down on our back. Slowly rolling onto your back. Place the hands alongside your body. Then keep your lower back into the ground by lifting your pubic bone up and engaging your abdomen. Then hover your feet off the ground a few centimeters. And then exhale, squeeze the knees into your chest. And even lift up your sacrum. And then inhale again, straighten the legs. Exhale, squeeze, nice and high and strong. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, straighten. Just two more. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. This time, reach your legs to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, come up to a seat with momentum. Place your hands behind you. Inhale, Purvottanasana, just for 2 breaths. Exhale here. Inhale one more time. Exhale, lower, back to a seat. And exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, hover the legs off the ground. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Squeeze. Reach your legs straight up to the sky. Come up to a seat with momentum. Hands behind you. Inhale, Purvottanasana. Exhale there. Inhale there. Exhale, lower. All the way onto your back. Inhale, hover the legs. Exhale, squeeze. Last round. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squeeze. Keep your abdomen engaged. Entire time. One more. Exhale, squeeze. Let's hold for 1 breath. And straighten your legs to the sky. Come up to a seat with momentum. Hands behind you. Inhale, Purvottanasana. One more. Exhale, lower down. And we take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And then inhale to high plank. And exhale, lower down onto your belly. To lay down. And then bring your toes together. Reach your rib cage a little bit more forward so your belly becomes nice and long. Place your hands alongside your body, arms alongside your body with the palms facing up. And then lift up for Shalabhasana. Gazing over your nose down to the ground. Second variation, place your hands lower at your rib cage. Elbows about 90-degree angle. For another 3 breaths. One. And slowly lower down. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. And we are slowly moving closer to the closing sequence. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga, back onto your belly. And again, spread the belly. Place your left forearm like this in front of you. Keep the left toes pressing into the ground so that if you straighten the leg, your left knee lifts off the earth. Then reach for your leg on the inside. Keep pressing through the left shoulder so you're nice and high. And then reach the right leg up. Opening both your heart at the right, as well as the psoas, the hip flexors. Gazing softly forward. One more. Lower down, switching sides. Reach for the inside and reach it up. And release. Then reach for the outsides of both ankles. Maybe you reach a little bit lower on your ankles or higher up towards your knees, depending upon how you look at it. And then again, inhale, this time for full Dhanurasana, bow pose. One more. And release. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Bring both your knees forward behind your wrists. Come up for the start of Ustrasana. But first we reach the left leg out to the side. If your foot can come down, that's ideal. If your foot can only stay up, that's fine. Slide your left hand down, reach the right arm over, lean to your left. One more reach. Then switching sides. back to center. And then we take full camel. So if you cannot reach all the way for your heels, you could just keep your hands on your waist. Let's first inhale to feel the heart reach higher, the spine to become tall. And then exhale, keep that length, engage the front of your belly to be able to keep that. Maybe reach one hand at a time, finding your way there. If it's too deep, bring your hands back onto your waist. 4 breaths. And slowly coming back to center. Curl up into a little ball, into a squat. Just for 1 or 2 breaths. And then inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And then we come to lie down on our back for the closing sequence. Bend your knees and grab your ankles. Place your feet nice and wide. Inhale, lift up into a little bridge. Interlace your fingers underneath. Crawl your shoulders under. And breathe. Find that back bending sensation, just like in camel. And then slowly lower down. Release the shoulders from underneath. Now, either take the same pose again, or take 1 round of wheel, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Placing the hands under your shoulders, sliding up and lift up. So we're either in the same position as before, or here in wheel. 4 breaths. And then slowly lower down onto your back. Release. Then grab your shins with opposite hands and just rest here, Apanasana. If you grab your shins a little bit higher up, it's probably more helpful. Close to your knees. Then release and come to a seat with some momentum. Place yourself ready to come into Paschimottanasana, forward fold with straight legs. If you don't have so much flexibility, also here you can bend the knees. And then focus again on coming forward before you come down. So we don't just round down like this, but we actually keep reaching back through our butt as we come down. Maybe you use a block behind your feet if you are more flexible, or you even grab the hands. And then inhale. Slowly lift up, gaze over the horizon. Exhale, lower down onto your back. Then inhale, reach your straight legs to the sky. And try to keep this pose somewhat effortless. So if you need a lot of abdominal strength to stay here, you can place your hands under your sacrum, under your tailbone, to give yourself a little lift, which makes it easier to keep your legs to the sky. Then reach the toes up and let the blood flow reverse from the legs down. One more. And slowly lower down. You can come into fish pose, holding the glutes from underneath, lifting up the heart and the crown of the earth, finding a back bend before you come down. And then place the crown down, stay nice and strong through the neck, and then let your elbows only lightly touch the earth and offer your palms to the sky. Keep the legs together and bring your shoulder blades under yourself as if they cup your heart from underneath. Gazing straight back. One more. Then again, grab your hips, lift off your crown of the earth, slowly come down. If you know and like to take chakrasana, you can do that. Otherwise, simply slowly come up to a seat. We'll take one more vinyasa here. Now, if you like to take headstand and you don't know how to do that, then you can use a wall behind you and replace yourself. If you know how to do it in the center of the room, you can do it there, but do it safely. Place your crown inside your hands. Crawl yourself closer, one by one. Maybe you stay here with the knees bent first, and then straighten your legs to the sky. If you don't want to take headstand, but you still want to do some kind of inversion, you can take shoulder stand if you know how to do that, as well as another Viparita Karani with the legs to the sky as we just done. Exploring here for just a minute or so. One more. If you come out of headstand, first come to child's pose. If you're anywhere else, you can also join into child's pose for just a few breaths.
Then we take one final vinyasa. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And then let's come into a seat. You can come cross-legged, like this. Or you can take half lotus, maybe on a pillow, or maybe even full lotus if you have it. And then inhale there. And then exhale, crawl your hands forward to fall down. Inhale here one more time. Exhale completely. Try to touch your forehead to the earth. Hold the breath out for as long as comfortable. And let your inhale draw you back up to a seat. Taking your hands in Gyan Mudra, index fingers and thumbs touching. And then taking 5 more Ujjayi breaths together. In and out. In and out. Allowing the next ones to become softer and softer. In and out. In and out. One more together. In and out. Taking a few moments here to just let the energy settle. You can lightly keep your tongue pressing to the roof of the mouth just behind your teeth. And when you're ready, slowly coming out for Shavasana. Maybe grabbing something to keep yourself warm. Socks or a blanket.
offering your palms to the sky, allowing your hands and your feet to fall open, sliding the crown a little bit away from your body so your neck becomes long at the back. Noticing the navel softly rising and falling. Your heartbeat. And keeping your attention fully in the body, in all the sensations, the muscles, giving your body fully to gravity, to melt and relax. Down into the earth. Bringing some light movement back in your fingers and toes. And then when you're ready, taking a stretch of your arms overhead with a nice deep inhale.